Vincenzo might be able to talk a little bit about some new technologies that are coming out for 2021, which I'm really keen to hear about from you guys as well as you, Glenn, as well. What's happening this year?
What's happening this year? There are big disruption happening in the industry, I would say. You know, for the last probably 10 years, we've seen only 156 millimeter cells, and then bang, we are at 166, 180, 210. A lot of R&D a lot of expenditure in R&D from the largest manufacturer, and we got here. So Canadian Solar in the utility space is this year is bringing the 650, and they will go up to 680 by Q4 2021, which is unbelievable. And yes, it's really exciting. I think that the product is really can be a game changer, the Canadian Solar product. I really believe that. Canadian Solar already in the past, in 2015, was the first company to have the double glass bifacial, the diamond. Was the first to introduce the 166 millimeter cell. And now all the cells coming from the manufacturing sites are bifacial cells, no matter whether they are going into a bifacial module or in a monofacial module. So the monofacial modules, that known as a PERC, they got a kind, let's say, simplistically, they got a kind of a reflective back sheet. So when the light hits the cell, some of the light is bounced, some of the light is converted into energy, and some of the light is going through the cell, and then is bouncing on the back sheet and is hitting the back side of the cell, which is bifacial, and is increasing the production. So probably, but this is for monofacial. So for the bifacial instead, the light is going through, or the back side of the module is collecting the light coming reflected from the ground, from the trees, from the clouds, from the environment that is surrounding the modules, as well as the same light that is going through and bouncing back.
Okay, so it's basically the same, except you either have a back sheet or you don't have a back sheet.
Correct, it's the same.
Okay.
Can I ask a little bit of a Dorothy Dix question here, Vincenzo? So since the bifacial panel can produce from the front and the rear, are you always better off with bifacial?
No, that depends really from the albedo. Albedo is the ratio between the reflected radiation, solar radiation, and the global solar radiation. So it depends very much from your soil. So a dark soil, or let's say a black color, has a zero albedo, so almost zero reflection. The dark color is absorbing as much as the light and is not reflecting much. Instead, light colors, like to some extent like the snow, is reflecting probably 75%, which means the 0.75, 0.7 albedo, 0.8 albedo, which is a lot. We predict that the solar market, at least for the utility scale, is going to go towards the bifacial. At least in Australia now, we are under construction probably more than half gigawatt of bifacial solar farms.
What about residential applications of bifacial?
We get this a lot, Vince, don't we? Why don't I use bifacial on my roof at home? Because the backside of the module is so close to the roof, you get very little chance for reflectance.
Correct. So if you get your hand under a light source and you get closer and closer and closer and closer to the surface, you see that the shade, the area underneath are becoming darker and darker and darker and darker.
We need to be here, because I'm just wondering from, as a racking company, right?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, in US they are selling system in the commercial space where they lift the panel at least half a meter from the roof.
And they're still flush to the roof itself, or are they tilted?
They tilted, and they are offset a meter, at half a meter, no less than half a meter. I need to say also the bifacial has a lower degradation, because over time the module experience less also microfracture inside because it's stiffer because of the two glass.
Sheets
They
of
keep
glass.
they keep sealed and they keep safe the cell.